Most of the time you will find me like this. In my PJs, watching telly, normally Ellen. Hair back, little tuft on show from my operation in November. And not doing very much. But hey, that's what it's like to live with a chronic illness. But I tend to not get dressed very much. But since it's my first vlog, maybe I should. Hi guys, my name's Jenny and I write a blog called Invisible Girl. This is my first vlog and I just really wanted to let you know a little bit about me and why I wanted to do this. So basically I started my blog last year after I was diagnosed with a couple of long-term health conditions, chronic illnesses, and I had to change my diet to fit in with those. So I started originally writing my blog as a way of getting interested in new recipes and learning how to eat a bit better, because I don't eat any gluten, any dairy, any refined sugar, all that stuff. Most people are like, what on earth do you eat? I eat, don't worry. But that's basically the reason I started my blog in the first place, to share some recipes and to get some new ideas. But then I started experiencing, you know, different illnesses and how they affect people's lives, and I really wanted to share my story of how my diagnosis is. Anyway, I wanted to share how my diagnoses, I still don't know how to say it, how my diagnoses have affected my life and the journey that it took to get there. So this is basically just a little intro. Things I like scrapbooking, I like dog walking, I like cooking, of course, all my fancy new stuff. So this is basically going to be a way when I really don't feel like writing to share with you about my life, about my experience with chronic invisible illness, and about some fun stuff as well. So I hope you enjoy it and I hope you watch. The reason why I've started a vlog, firstly, is because sometimes blogging and writing is really difficult for me because I just can't think straight and I don't have the energy to look at a computer for too long. And I may find that with video editing, but we will see. So a friend suggested that I start vlogging, and I'd never really been into it or looked into it. I'd done a couple of videos before with my friend Chad at uni for our radio show, but I'd never fully done it, so I thought, why not give it a shot? I wanted to do it now because it's coming up to Rare Disease Day on February the 28th, and I just wanted to spread some awareness a bit easier for my conditions. Now, the conditions I have, the first one is called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Now try saying that with a I was meant to say try saying that with a mouthful of marshmallows, but it didn't work very well, did it? Who'd have thought postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome was easier to say than mouthful of marshmallows? Anyway, my first condition is called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. And basically it's a form of dysautonomia, which basically means my autonomic nervous system doesn't work properly, so I can't regulate my temperature very well, I can't regulate my heart rate very well, or my blood pressure. I take medication every day to lower my heart rate and to boost my blood pressure, so I'm not falling down all over the place, though that doesn't stop it occasionally happening. Showers are really difficult, I can't put my hands above my head, I can't be standing up for too long, I get horrible blood pooling in my feet, makes you really dizzy, can sometimes make you feel sick, so I don't have any caffeine or anything like that. My other condition is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which basically means all my joints are too flexible and everything inside me is a bit too stretchy. So they think that's what's causing the POTS, because my blood vessels are too stretchy. It causes a lot of pain, a lot of fatigue. I do physio exercises every day, but it's still really difficult. Joints can kind of pop in and out of place a bit. I creak like an old woman. It causes tummy upsets, and major bloating, and it's one of the main reasons why I changed my diet to help cut down the bloating and the irritable belly issues. And the final problem I have is something called a CSF leak, which basically means somewhere in my brain and spine there is a leak through something called the dura, which is like the layer that goes over your brain. It's leaking brain fluid, which causes horrendous headaches. I've had a headache for like the last 2 years, but once a month or so I get one of my screaming headaches, and I call them my screaming headaches because I'm literally screaming in pain, and not even morphine or any other big drug you can think of can calm it down. You just have to kind of fill up on water and lie down and hope it goes away eventually, which is really not nice for anyone involved. So yeah, that's just a bit about me, and I'm going to do a few more of these. Hopefully see you soon. Bye!